Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days. Coming to you from the Beats Lab in Hollywood, California, it's Creature Caster again. King of War on deck. We covered all of this pre-shade red live on Twitch, and now we're going to be using a new masking technique that I actually am borrowing from Jason Craze over at Slow Fuse Gaming, now rebranded as Monument Hobbies. This is what I love about this particular brand of masking. It's Hobo Shield to the second power. It basically lets you just wrap up all the crazy extremities, shield them from the spray of the airbrush. I'm even using a little masking tape just to hold it down, just in case. We're going to use a black. We're going to Abaddon black. Doesn't really, it's the first one I grabbed. We're going to thin it down a little bit. You guys have seen this before. Now, the reason we're having to use this technique is because this model is very difficult to pre-assemble. There's a lot of reasons I cover it in the Twitch video. So all you have to know is we're going old school. There was a time in the past when we didn't even pre-assemble things. We didn't even know what airbrushing was. We're going back to those days. We're going down this journey, and now we're going to be using this new clutch masking system I've personally never used, but apparently a lot of people already knew about it. So fuck it, let's make a tutorial. We're going to spray down some black, keep it thin, be patient. You don't want to ramp it up, but I did a great job with that Reynolds wrap and that masking, so I don't really think it's going to go under any of this. It seems really airtight, but I like to express good habits 24 hours a day, try to keep my game sharp. Now we're going to be using Meridia's blue. I'm going to add it to the dirty paint water solution here, and we're going to blue up the black. I'm going to paint every single one of these armor panels, the fields at least. We're going to be using a little bit of a cool color to offset with all the warm colors that this guy is basically completely comprised of. It's going to look amazing, and I'm going to walk you through that journey right meow. Okay, now we're going to just start banging out some fun little highlights, no rhyme or reason. Basically, whatever I can reach with the airbrush, I assume light also can reach. So, just kind of bottom left corner, 90-degree angles toward the tops of the gauntlet, wrap it back around. He's got a really amazing, fully armored left hand. So you can see there's a lot of flat fields in there. And we definitely want to paint those with a fun little transition before we cut in all the golds and brasses or whatever. Brass, golds, same thing. Metallic yellow. Building it up, we're going to start introducing more blue to the mix as we go. So now it's mostly Meridia's blue after I dumped the pot. I left a little bit behind because I like to marry my colors together. So we're going to add this in there. It's going to be a lot more vibrant. We're going to keep popping it out and make it look its best because I have a couple of tricks up these sleeves. Here we go. Just basically build up on the highlights you've already created. Don't basically wipe them out. Just add to them. Perfect transitions, marrying previous colors in with new highlights. That is the Next Level Painting system. The marriage of colors. Here we go. Building it up. Nice looking highlights. Like I said, if my airbrush can reach it, light can reach it. That's how I'm basically highlighting it. I don't have any vision, nothing like that. It is going to be a little extreme, but that's because we always take it to 11 before we wash it back down to 10. We're doing a second pass with that Meridia's blue, just making sure everything is popping. You've got these amazing cool colors working off of the warm colors now. It is beautiful. I always love this type of blue with that type of red. It can get away from you, however. If you go too dark, like a dark Prussian blue, it can get weird. So here we go. We're going to use some Scale 75. First gold, I think it's Dwarven gold. I'm not sure. It's just my favorite looking one. We're going to pull out the old bomb wick. This is the Gen 1 bomb wick, slowfusegaming.com. And we're going to just start framing out all this trim. It's actually not that hard. It moves pretty quick because they're just big enough that it's easy to not fuck up, you know what I mean? But not too big to where it takes a billion seconds. So there we go. We actually switched to one of the new long wicks here, the synthetic blend. I haven't actually pulled this one out with metallics yet. So we're actually giving that a workout in this video as well. So far, I'm absolutely in love with these synthetic sables. As we finish off the trim, we're going to be able to move to the next step. You guys probably guessed it by now. Dark tone. We're going to be using dark tone from Army Painter, which is basically black, and we mixed a little medium into it, so we thinned it down a lot. So it's gonna look kind of gray right now, but that's only because the medium, until it dries, it's a little white, but then it's gonna be totally clear. Just have faith. Mainly what we're doing this for is to make sure that that field takes on this wash. All those blues that we just incorporated over the blacks, we want those to actually get punched up because there's lots of subtle details in there, little scratches and dings. So this is going to bring that out. It's also going to tone it down a notch while also framing it with a nice little black border that's going to butt up against the gold. So like I said, I'm not avoiding the gold at all. I'm just washing the gold too. So gold looks pretty good with a black wash. It's a very light black wash, so we're going to have to step it up a notch. Now we are going to lean on an oldie but a goodie. Strong tone. This is probably the tone that got Army Painter on the map. This got a little bit more brown-ish sepias to it. Still a little bit darker. It's solid. We're going to go raw dog out the pot, no thinning, and we're going to selectively just start darkening areas up, but also shifting the shades to this browner tone. And you see we're just going on heavy, then we're just dabbing it in, stippling it out, feathering it away, letting the rawness of it find its way into the biggest recesses to help really create contrast there. But when we're done, it's going to give us a nice natural feel rather than just gold with black, which I do love. It's very antiqued, but I am trying to I'm trying to link them together, like warm it up a little bit. And this strong tone is perfect for that. We're going to be washing them nuts. Always find them nuts and give them a little pen wash. It's really easy. You see, just dot, dot, dot. It's going to really punch it up a notch, especially when you come in later and start highlighting them. Basically, contrast is making dark shit darker and then making bright shit brighter. Doing both. That's how we do at Next Level Painting. So that's pretty solid. I really like how muted the field that blue is in the armor. How that light dark tone just knocked it down a little bit, brought out some of the textures and some of the details. And now as we're shifting this gold to a much warmer spectrum with the strong tone, we're playing that game times 10 now. Warm plus cold, contrast. What's bright, what's dark. So we're hitting contrast on a lot of levels right now. Here he is. He's gigantic, probably the most ambitious model we've ever painted on camera. We still got to paint that gauntlet, got to get the field painted there. He's got some hip armor. He's got some ass armor. We got to do all of this, and definitely we will. Catch me live on Twitch, guys. Play on, players. If you like these tutorials, check out Next Level Painting on Patreon. Become a patron of the arts today. We offer early and exclusive access to our videos and a rewards program for different pledge levels. Patreon is PayPal and credit card secure, so you don't have to worry about that. We use 100% of the money to improve our process.